everyone, Dan Kaplan from SE Magazine. I'm here in Las Vegas for Black Hat 2013. I'm sitting beside two researchers from Trustwave SpiderLabs, Daniel Crowley and David Bryan. They've found a way to control home automation systems, the things that control door locks and garage doors, lights, thermostats, even toilets. And it sounds as if, by talking to both of you guys, that the common points of weakness are authentication and some encryption shortfalls. So Danny, let me start with you and talk a little bit about the device you looked at and what you found.
Sure. So this little green and white box is the Vera Light from a manufacturer called Mios. And this is a home automation gateway that's meant to be affordable. It's the same cost as a DEF CON ticket, $180. And it can control all sorts of different devices, including this, which is a Z-Wave enabled door lock. And the thing about the Vera Light is that it's full of flaws. And one of the flaws is that you can bypass the authentication on it and take control of any of the devices connected to it as long as you're on the same network. And in some cases, with a little bit of finesse, without being on the same network. So I'm going to send a single request here to change the state of this door lock from unlocked to locked.
So how'd you do that?
So the Vera Light has a web interface, but it also has a UPnP interface. And the thing about UPnP in its basic form is it doesn't take a username and password. And this is the case with the Vera Light.
UPnP being?
Universal Plug and Play Protocol. Okay. Mostly used in network auto configuration, but it's just a generic remote procedure call thing. So you can really do quite a bit with it. And so it uses UPnP to allow devices to communicate with it and to control it. But anybody can really use this. So you can just get on a network and say, hey, are there any UPnP devices out there? And if this thing is on your network, it will respond and say, hi, I speak UPnP, I'm Vera Light, and here's all the things that I can do. And so it gives me all the information I need to put together a request that does this. So if I have access to your home network, but I don't have access to your home, this gives me access to your home.
And there's ways that you found to do this completely removed from someone's home, remotely.
That's right. If you were to compromise somebody's laptop or smartphone and take control of it while they're on their home network, that's one way. The other thing about UPnP is that if I know how the request is supposed to be formed, and this is as simple as buying a Vera Light and taking a look at it, what I can do is put together a request and then trick your browser into making that request for you by putting together a web page that tells your browser to make that request, and then just sending you a link via email or IM or something like that. As soon as you click that link, your browser then goes and talks to the Vera Light and does whatever I want it to with the Vera Light.
And the exploitation was fairly trivial. So what does the vendor specifically that you studied, the product you studied, what do they need to implement to fix this problem?
So there's an extension to UPnP called device protection. And that's something that they need to implement here. Or they need to add sort of arguments to the UPnP calls to allow for a username and password to be specified as well.
Okay. David, let me go to you. You studied a device called Insteon Hub. Similar device in its capabilities and functionality, and I would imagine what you discovered were similar faults as well. Talk about.
Yeah, so basically I purchased an Insteon Hub and went through the process of reviewing the traffic as it's talking to both the Insteon servers and as my device is controlling it. So it's basically got an iPhone app that talks to the Insteon device to turn on your lights, open your garage door, whatever it might be. It also will send out text messages to you if you have a door that opens, etc., etc. What I discovered in researching this product was that the traffic between my smartphone and the device is unencrypted. Beyond that, it also didn't have a password or a username that was required to talk to the device. So basically, I could browse to the web application and pull up its web interface from anywhere in the world and be able to control any aspects or function of this device without a username or password. It was a very basic flaw or a trivial flaw, but I felt it was severe enough that I need to tell the rest of the people, the rest of the world, so that the power imbalance is not so great.
Yeah, and if you're a customer who's running this product, do you have any idea that those vulnerabilities exist?
As a customer, you're not going to be able to really tell, because you have an app that front ends this device, and that app, as a consumer, I would think that app would be secure, right? Yeah. And even though the app on the front end talking to their web servers might be secure in the cloud, right? Mm-hmm. The communication from the app to the Insteon Hub is a direct communication that's completely unencrypted. Mm.
So what we know of in the wild, so to speak, attacks that have taken advantage of the vulnerabilities that you guys have brought forth, that they could be coming. So what should customers be thinking about?
Well, I think...
or be demanding, perhaps.
Well,
that's a better question.
Security testing and security review is a part of bringing any product to market, absolutely. Because just basic stuff would have revealed these sort of flaws. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It was very quick to find these. But as far as putting these devices in your home, when you connect anything into the internet, it opens it up to an entire class of attacks that weren't possible before. And so when you're connecting something serious like a surveillance camera, a door lock, an alarm system to the internet, you really need to make a conscious decision to do that and weigh the risks and benefits of that.
Yeah, so we're going to see more of these systems coming online, more customers taking on these systems. Your interactions with the vendors, you obviously disclosed the information that you discovered to them. What were the responses you guys got?
Well, in my case, Mios was initially unresponsive, and when they did respond, they said that all of the flaws that we found were actually features and were by design. And they have made the decision not to fix any of the things that we found.
So Insteon actually put out a fix for the lack of authentication, and has fixed the product for the most part, right? Beyond that, there's still some issues that are outstanding that I'm hoping to work with them as well.
Yeah, so more to come on this. I want to thank both of you gentlemen. You're going to be presenting this at Black Hat as well as DEF CON, the talk.
Yep.
Black Hat this coming Thursday, and then DEF CON?
Saturday at noon.
Saturday at noon. Okay, well, great work. Thank you guys so much for talking with us.
Of course.
And fascinating stuff, certainly. Thanks, everyone, for being with us.